graph trigonometric functions, the sine and the cosine. So to do that, I'm going to use my pen so you can see what I'm doing. And here is the standard equation for the sine or the cosine, it doesn't really matter. The first number, A, would be the amplitude, so whatever number you have in front of cosine or sine is always your amplitude. The B is the number in front of the X, and that's going to be used to find the period. I'll show you step by step how to do each one of these. C is the horizontal shift, if it goes left or right. And the last one, if it's outside the parentheses, would be your vertical shift. So the first thing we're going to do is the amplitude. Here are the original graphs, so see how the sine starts at 0 and it goes up to 1, down to -1, up to 0 again, and it does the same thing on the left. And the cosine, the difference is that it starts at 1 and it goes down all the way to -1 and back up to 1. The period is an entire curve. So for the sine you have a full curve from 0 to 2 pi, and for the cosine as well. You start up here and you go down and up again, and you finish when you have 2 pi. So see, you have a full curve from 0 to 2 pi, and on the other side would be from 0 to -2 pi. So the amplitude is how high and low the graph goes. So in this case it goes up to 1, down to -1, so the amplitude is 1. Now I have a 2, that means that my amplitude is 2. So instead of going up to 1, I need to go up to 2. So here's 1, 2, and then it will be down to -1, I'm going to put 1 here, and -2. So again, you're going to have a full curve, but you're going to have to go up to 2, and down to -2. And of course this is again 2 pi because I didn't change the period. And it would do the same thing on this side. And for the cosine would be exactly the same. This is 1, 2, -1, and -2. So instead of starting at 1 like we do here, we're going to have to start at 2. So we start at 2, we go all the way down to -2, and back up again to 2. And again, this is 2 pi, because I did not change the period. And of course, this would also do the same thing going on the left. The formula that you're going to use is 2 pi over b, and remember that I show you b is the number in front of x. So for this one would be 2 pi over 2, because that's my number in front of x. When you simplify this, you just get pi, which means that you're going to have a full curve, because that's the period, from 0 to pi instead of from 0 to 2 pi. So I'm going to make this a 1 and this a -1, and then I'm going to make this 1 pi, and if 3 squares is 1 pi, another 3 square will make it 2 pi. So now I'm going to graph a full curve, a sine curve, from 0 to pi. So I need to go up to 1, down to -1, and back up to pi. And that's the period changed for the sine. For the cosine, it will do exactly the same. Again, I'm going to use the formula 2 pi over b. b is 3. And you cannot really simplify this, so you're going to have to use this as your period. So again, I'm going to make this a 1. This is a -1. And I'm going to make this a pi over 3. I can make the scale whatever I want. If 3 marks is 1 pi over 3, another 3 marks would be 2 pi over 3, because I'm going by pi over 3. So 1 pi over 3, 2 pi over 3, over here would be 3 pi over 3, and so on. And now I need a full curve, a cosine curve, from 0 to 2 pi. To 2 pi over 3, I'm sorry. So I'm going to do a full curve from 0 to 2 pi over 3. And you could do it on the negative sides on both if you want to. If it's given by the number after x, either plus or negative, but it's inside the parentheses. The plus means you're going to go to the left, the negative means you're going to go to the right. The way to remember this is because every time you see the plus, you really want to go right because that's the positive numbers. And when you see negative, you want to go to the left because that's where the negative numbers are. So the way to remember this is that you're going to do exactly the opposite. Positives, you're going to go to the left. Negatives, you're going to go to the right. To show you, I'm going to use this pen. And so this case, I'm going to move it pi units to the left. So here is the 1, and here is the negative 1. So I'm going to make this negative pi, and this is negative 2 pi. So over here is this is 0. Here I have pi, and here I have 2 pi. So I need a full curve from 0 to 2 pi, but instead of starting at 0, I need to go pi units to the left. So I'm going to have to start here, and 2 pi's would be 1, 2, right here. So I need a curve from here to here. So I need to go up to 1, down to negative 1. See how I have a full curve and I shift it to the left pi units. And for the cosine works exactly the same. I'm going to make this a 1, this a negative 1. So here I have negative pi, and here is negative 2 pi, and over here would be 1 pi, 2 pi, and 3 pi. So for this one, I'm going to shift it pi units to the right. So instead of starting at 0, I'm going to have to start up here at pi, and then I need 2 pi again, right, because this one goes from 0 to 2 pi. So if I start here, 2 pi would be 1, 2 pi over here, so I need to finish right here. So I'm going to go down and up again. And that's how you shift it to, pi units to the right. The vertical shift. So the vertical shift is the number outside the parentheses. Positive means you're going to shift it up. Negative means you're going to shift it down. So in this case, my upper value is 1 and lower value is negative 1, and that works for both of them. So here I'm going to shift it 2 units up. So I'm going to make this a 1, this a 2, and this is 3, and this is going to be my negative 1 and negative 2. So see how it goes from 0, it goes up to 1, down to negative 1. That's what you do here. But I need to go 2 units up. So I'm going to have to move this value from 1 to 3, because that's my upper value now, because 1 plus 2 is 3. And the lower value is negative 1, and I need to do negative 1 plus 2, which is just 1. So here would be my lower value. And here this one starts at 0, but I need to go 2 units up. So 0 plus 2 is 2. So I'm going to start here. So I'm going to go from here up to 3, down to 1, and up again to 0. To 2. Notice that I didn't change the period, so this is 2 pi, because I need to have a full curve from 0 to 2 pi. And here will be exactly the same, except that I'm going to shift it down 1 unit. So I'm going to make this a 1, this a 2, this is a negative 1 now, and this is a negative 2, and this is a negative 3. The cosine starts at 1, so I'm going to make this 1 a 0, because 1 minus 1 is 0. My lower value is negative 1. So instead of going to negative 1, now I'm going to need to go to negative 2, because negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. And again, back up to 0, because I need to end wherever I started. So I'm going to go from here, I'm going to go down to negative 2 and back up to 0. I didn't change the period, so this has to be 2 pi, because I went from 0 to 2 pi. And here I need to go from 0 to 2 pi as well. And this is how you do the vertical shifting. Remember, positive means go up, negative means you go down.